It's better to be lucky than good. I mentioned it in the preview video I cut. You remember that scene in Dumb and Dumber when Lloyd comes driving over the hill with the motor scooter and Harry's famous words, "You've totally redeemed yourself." And that's what both of these teams have done. The Iowa Hawkeyes beating the Nevada Wolfpack in a game that was not over until 1:45 in the morning. I'll tip my hat, which is on the desk, but I will tip my hat for a willingness to wait it out. Because I was watching the radar all of Saturday night, and there were thunderstorms that just kept firing up over and over. I really thought for certain that game was going to get called, but they stuck with it, the officials and people who make those decisions. Iowa does get the win 27-0. Now, Matt Millen during color commentary did say, if this Iowa team had played like this a week ago against Iowa State, we'd be talking about a team that's undefeated. And I would be inclined to agree with that, but as the old saying goes, if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, every day would be Christmas. Iowa is 2-1. The offense did look a little bit better. Can they maintain that? Conference play starting next week. They'll go play Rutgers. Iowa does have a really good defense, and they've got some really good special teams, ranked around top 5 in the country. But the offense, even though it was a lot better on Saturday, and they did get the win over Nevada, I'm still not so sure I'd be that confident that wins are going to come very easily for this Iowa team. But you got to play these games. Which brings us, of course, to Dallas, beating the Cincinnati Bengals 20-17. Were the Cincinnati Bengals or were they not in the Super Bowl this past year? Did Cincinnati not beat the Kansas City Chiefs in Arrowhead to advance to that Super Bowl? If you're a Dallas fan, you're just like Harry talking to Lloyd in Dumb and Dumber. We've totally redeemed ourselves. If you didn't actually watch the game, I did. It's better to be lucky than good. Cooper Rush did a great job for Dak, but there were several times he almost threw interceptions. And Cincinnati just couldn't quite come down with them. Had a couple of balls go their way that were deflected. Noah Brown of Dallas did a really nice job today. He made some plays. Brett Maher, the last time Brett Maher was Dallas's kicker, he ended up being part of the reason Jason Garrett was ultimately fired. Brett Maher, the last time he was with Dallas, far too many misses, and one of Jason Garrett's huge mistakes that eventually led to Dallas firing him was not getting rid of Brett Maher sooner. But Dallas brought him back, and he did make the game-winning kick today, not by much. About that far away from hitting the upright, but it does go on the inside. Dallas takes the win 20-17. What you're looking for if you're a Dallas fan is you want to steal wins. While Dak Prescott is injured, you want to see if you can just steal a few wins here and there. Hold the fort down until he comes back and maybe some other people, and then we'll see what's going on. It was a super, super day in the NFL for comebacks. The Miami Dolphins were losing by 21 points in the fourth quarter to Baltimore. They came back and won that game. Arizona beat the Las Vegas Raiders in an overtime game that was pretty exciting. And the New York Jets, of all people, coming back to beat Cleveland, scoring a couple of touchdowns with less than 2 minutes to go. So a lot of it was really exciting. Same thing was true for some of the college games over the course of the weekend. So football season is rolling right along, giving us a little bit of pleasure and happiness from some of the disappointment of other things that go in our lives. So Iowa and Dallas both getting the wins. Temper that enthusiasm a little bit, but we'll see what happens. I'll do a preview show next week for next week's action. Look for that. This has been Football with Thunder. Thank you for watching. Would appreciate it if you would subscribe. If you could like and share, that would be great as well. Don't forget, Green Bay and Chicago, Sunday night game on NBC. We'll see if the Packers can avoid that 0-2 start. See if the Bears can stay undefeated. Until next time.